When you go into midlife, you do not expect that your body's going to actually change shape. I always figured like it would be harder to lose weight. I figured that was going to happen. But I didn't figure like my entire shape would change, from
Yeah.
a pear to like a, deranged apple. Like I didn't expect that.
Hello, welcome to Midlife, Menopause, and Empowered Reinvention. Why midlife? Because no one warned us about this part. So here we go. Deana and I, we actually have two YouTube channels. We have a huge podcast, Surviving Toxic Relationships. And so we do a lot of serious, but we also are very passionate about the midlife stage of just living because that's where we are. So today, Deana and I are like, we're going to enjoy having a little fits and giggles because I think she and I need something light with kids coming in. We both have adult children and it's just a busy time. And, Deana and I just don't get enough time to let our hair down, literally let our hair down. So I think we're both really kind of excited about this. Here we go. So Deana, did you want to ask the first question?
Lizzie, yes, I do. And I just have to add, listen, ladies, the reason we're doing this is because, midlife is freaking hard. Like it really is. Between the empty nest and your parents are getting older and your body is changing and you might be looking in the mirror and like, I don't look the same with wrinkles and, your neck is not the same and all of it. I mean, you get the picture. And so we just want to just make you laugh or hopefully you'll join us. And hopefully you'll just laugh with us because midlife sucks. So today we want to laugh and we want to laugh with you. So, okay, Lizzie, ready?
Ready. Throw it at me. See what kind of question you can ask me and get me stumped. Go ahead.
Okay. If you had to pick one song as your theme song, what is it? And what scene is it used in a movie?
I think of Darth Vader coming down in the first Star Wars movie when you've got all this emotion just trapped up and you're like, you don't really care that you killed a couple of flies along the way. That's what I think of. I think of Darth Vader sometimes when I'm coming down the hall because you're kind of like over it. You're done. You're like, you know what? Go ahead. Go ahead and try to make my day. Go ahead.
Yeah, so you're getting in like female like empowerment mode. Like I'm going to pull out my taser or laser. What are those things called? My
lightsaber.
I'm going to pull out my lightsaber and I'm just going to destroy anybody that comes in my way.
Yes.
Yes, that makes sense. I love that. Do you want to know what my song is?
What would your song be?
Highway to Hell by AC/DC. I'm on a highway to hell. I feel like that some days. Like literally, if I were to play Highway to Hell, yeah, I'd probably dance a lot and probably like run around and like, because I love that song actually.
And we all
I'm
understand.
not about hell. I'm not a weird freaking Satanist or anything.
No.
I love that song. But we're literally in menopause. I feel like I'm on a freaking highway to hell. That's mine. Okay.
That's a good one.
Second question, Lizzie. You ready?
Ready.
Which emoji best sums up how midlife feels today and why?
It's actually a pretty new emoji, but it's my favorite one. It's the one where the lips kind of do this and they're like, because it's kind of like one side is trying to smile and the other side's like this and you're going, I so relate. Like part of you is this and part of you is this. And so you're like, so yeah.
So
but I'll definitely
mean? Like you're smiling but trying not to cry, or you're
no, it just means that you've had a little bit of like that one issue or that one situation made you laugh and go, this is weird and crazy all rolled into one.
You know mine?
What's yours?
I know you know mine.
I have to know yours because I probably see it all the time.
It's the shit emoji.
The poop emoji?
Like we have to just say shit. It's a shit emoji.
Yeah.
Parents are getting older, like people are dying, like my brother died. You know what I mean? Like, I had two dads pass away during COVID. My mom is healthy, thank God, but you always worry about them.
Yeah.
Now you have grandbabies to worry about and you're spreading yourself so thin to make sure that your grandbabies are taken care of. And Your kids are all stressed out because they're in those days where they're working multiple jobs, trying to make ends meet.
Yeah.
So I will say we are both very positive, and we always try to focus on the positive about midlife because it really is. There's so many beautiful things about it. And I don't want to be negative because having grandbabies is the best part of my entire life. It is the best. So I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer. Like, this stage has been the best stage of probably my entire life. But I want to be careful to know that this is hard.
So, quick question. If midlife were a cocktail, what's in it and what's the name? What would you do?
Okay, what's in the cocktail? Okay, so clearly I'm a health coach, and I'm all about helping women like to mitigate those inflammation pathways and all the things that make them just less healthy. So, what's in my cocktail? First of all, I believe in having fun in midlife. I believe that there's an 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, eat healthy, mitigate the things that cause inflammation and make you suffer, that you don't sleep well, like caffeine, alcohol, sugar, excess fat, and processed foods. So, definitely, when you have your cocktail, it should probably be once a week, honestly.
What would the name be?
The name of my cocktail, the name of
Yeah,
it,
what would be your favorite? What would that be?
Lizzie. I have a cranberry lemon spiced cocktail coming out for Christmas. And it
Mm.
uses cranberry and pomegranates, and it also uses like a little bit of lemon juice, which is, very, very, very detoxifying and lowers
Ooh,
blood sugar. It
nice.
definitely has some alcohol in it. But I threw a handful of raspberries in because clearly those berries are incredible. So once you like put all these things together, if you're going to have a cocktail, and I'm not saying everybody should, but if you are the cocktail type, you should have something that at least is not made out of high sugar syrup, corn syrups, artificial colors and flavors. Get something that is actually natural. So fresh raspberries, pomegranate juice, which is incredibly like detoxifying, and then, blend it all together and make it delicious. And don't put sugar in it, and just sugar your rim. If you sugar the rim, you don't have to worry about sugaring the drink. So that would be mine.
So, Deana, this is the funny thing. Deana answers it like a true health coach. I mean, it's like if you're going to have one, and then she throws in all this other stuff, and I'm like, that's really good.
Well, yeah, but
It's
it can
so
be annoying
positive
too.
and so
It can be
fluffy.
annoying. But I want it to be delicious, but I want it to nourish your body. Like, if you're going to be bad, quote, quote, I mean, you're really not bad if you have a cookie or a cake, or have things that are delicious that you love, because you will never, ever follow a diet that is boiled vegetables and chicken and 1,200 calories. You won't. Nobody does. So make it absolutely delicious gourmet food. Look forward to your treats, have your treats, and you will actually start to succeed.
Good response. I like that. When are you going to release that
Next week.
recipe? Next
Next
week.
week. Yep. Right after Thanksgiving, right before Christmas. I'm going to have it. You guys are going to love it.
That sounds
All right.
exciting.
Lizzie, I've got some questions to ask you.
I might have an answer. You didn't ask what my drink would be.
Sorry. What would your drink be, Lizzie?
Have you gotten to that age sometimes that I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Forgive me. Or you're so hypersensitive to everybody else.
Yeah.
And then you get to that point where you're like, my drink is a shot of who cares in a very nice way. I think I'm not as affected by people and their responses as I think I would have been in my 20s and 30s.
Oh, same.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Let's say we got 300 comments. If
Yeah.
one person said, your stuff sucks, and 299 were like, this is amazing, I would focus on this stuff sucks. I would. But
Yeah.
now I'm like, I don't care. Like, I want to find my people. I'm going to do what is in my heart, what matters. Obviously, we're doing this together. So we care about relevancy. We care about people that need to hear something, and it matters to them, and it's a valuable thing to them.
Yeah.
The rest,
Yeah.
We don't care. We want to find our people, our audience, the people that care about what we're doing and that connect with us. That's what we want. And self-esteem will help you find your own people.
True. Yeah. You're absolutely correct. Good point. Self-esteem is a lot. Confidence.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. So Deana, did you say you had
I
another
just have
question?
some funnies. I just want to kind of throw them out there because I think they're going to be hilarious. All right. This is to the tune of You Might Be a Redneck, okay? But it's You Might Be in Menopause. So here we go. If you are a nun flipping off the guy who politely cut in line in front of you in traffic, you might be in menopause. If you go to the grocery store for almond milk, but come out having fought with the refrigerator door, you might be in midlife. I have so done that. If
Oh, that's
you
funny.
spend 10 minutes looking for your glasses while you are wearing them, welcome to midlife.
Well
If
said.
If you went to yoga to relax and instead discovered noises your joints should never make in public, you might be in midlife. If your internal thermostat thinks it's a DJ at a techno rave at 2 a.m., you might be in menopause. And this is me right here. If you walk into a room with a purpose and walk out questioning your entire purpose, that's midlife.
So true.
If you suddenly have the urge to buy a label maker, this is you, Lizzie, and reorganize your entire existence, you might be in midlife. And if you get furious with someone that eats the snack you personally bought for emotional stability, you might be in midlife.
All right. I've got a couple.
My gosh. When the kids lived at home, like they move out, they're going to college, whatever. They get married, have kids, and they're like, oh my God, I can't afford a house. I need to move back home and save up for a house. Yeah. And then they like start eating your snacks and, like making messes and overloading the washing machine and, using all of your stuff. And it's weird because when you were young and they were kids and they were home, none of that
You just expect it. And my favorite little short videos that make me giggle is when parents go to visit their adult children and they treat their house like their house is treated.
Yes.
Some of them are really funny. Like they just purposely leave a mess in the sink or, leave their shoes where everybody will trip over them. And I'm like, yeah, I think all of us could so relate. Yeah.
Eat all your food. They don't buy groceries. Like they come home after you've worked like 12 hours and they've worked like 2 hours as an influencer.
Yeah.
They're like 35 years old with their wife and 3 kids. And they're like, well, what are you making for dinner? Yeah, no, it's like.
Yeah, 100%. You're absolutely right.
They don't mean to take advantage. It's just your mom. You've always done that. So you're in the mom role.
Yeah.
But it drives you freaking out of your mind.
Yes.
Anyway, yes.
Well, you might be in midlife if you have a favorite burner on the stove, because I am guilty of this. I have this one burner on my stove that I always use. And I feel really discombobulated when there is another pan on that particular burner. Is this normal or is it just me?
I think it's weird. That's just so weird.
But you don't feel that way?
No. But you know what? Again, remember, Lizzie, I have 12 grandkids. So if I worried about a burner, I think I'd lose my mind. But I love it. Keep going. This is hilarious.
Okay. You might be in midlife if you Google your symptoms and the answer is always, you're just aging.
My gosh. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And this one, the next one I'm getting ready to share is one that I am actually 100% guilty of. And if you are like this, please let me know in the comments so I know I'm not alone. You might be in midlife if you watch a show and say, look at that backlash. Dina's probably like, I don't do that, Lizzie. Do not do that. That is like
like backsplash?
Like the backsplash in the kitchen. I'm always looking at colors and kitchen designs, and I can't tell you how many times I've looked backsplashes and just a regular sitcom. Yeah.
I absolutely love that. Actually, I don't, but my architect husband does.
I love that.
All right, here's one. If you suddenly wake up with hair that's decided to co-display as tumbleweed and you don't care, you might be in midlife.
Nice.
You know what? Because when I was younger, like I couldn't even go out in the yard without being like all put together, you know?
Okay.
And now I'm like, I don't give a flying crap if I have my hair in a bun and I'm wearing sweats and I go to Costco and I look like crap. Like I don't even care. And it's funny, like it's kind of weird because it's a new freedom where you're like, whatever. But it's
Yeah.
also like probably a little horrifying because at some points I'm like, you should probably care a little bit more about what you're doing. But midlife gives you like new freedoms and just new, like, I don't know. I think new freedoms is the best way to say it.
Agree with that. A whole lot new freedoms. Yeah. Yeah. So I have a question for you. If
Yes.
you could send a quick message back to your 25-year-old self about midlife, what would you say and what would you not tell them?
Okay. I would not tell them for the first time in your life, you're going to have a big fat belly. Because when I was younger, I always stressed about having, because I do, I have very large thighs and a very large rear end. Always have. But at least I had a small waist and I could wear something that was, flattered my waist and kind of poofed out and it was fine. But I never had that plus a big belly. So I would definitely not tell myself that you're going to have a big belly. And now you're trying to hide your belly and your thighs and your butt, which is almost impossible. You have to basically have your seam come up all the way up here to make it look even good. And that's, yeah.
I can't disagree with that. I get it.
Yeah. Yes.
Except my weight goes into my hips with the belly. Like I've always had wide hips.
Mm-hmm.
Never gained it in my rear end. Yeah, it's always been my hips.
No, it's weird. Like, when you go into midlife, you do not expect that your body's going to actually change shape. I always figured like it would be harder to lose weight. I figured that was going to happen. But I didn't figure like my entire shape would change, from a
Yeah.
pear to like a, deranged apple. Like I didn't expect that.
Okay, so I have a question. Okay. Because I think both of us have talked a lot about how we really want to lose that midlife belly,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
it's even our health strategies have need to change. It's just the way it's supposed to be. Our body processes everything so differently at this
Yes.
stage.
100%.
What kind of body type have you always had?
A pear.
A pear. Because I've always had an hourglass, but I've always seen my hips be the bigger part.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm my slenderest, is that a word? Like I have a very broad shoulders and then I have very, very wide hips. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah. Isn't that interesting? And then sometimes I
But
don't
then
know
what
how to.
happens when you're older? Like are you like a hybrid of a pear and an apple and a
I don't know. I'm trying to
hourglass?
figure that one
Like a
out.
hour pear or
Hour
a pear glass?
hair.
What do they call that? Like what do
I
they
don't know, but if you figure it out, let me know.
I mean, I feel like someone else should figure it out, like ChatGPT. Like someone like ChatGPT should figure it out. Like, are you like a pair of
Yeah,
glass?
that's
I
funny.
don't know. I don't know. It's just, but all I can say, it's not fair. It's not fair to gain weight in your double chin and and the thing is that you can eat the same way that you did when you were younger, and not even that many calories necessarily. And
Yeah.
even if you had like an active lifestyle when you were younger, which I can't say I did, I'm sorry. I tried, but I worked my butt off to raise 4 children. So I really didn't take self-care time to exercise. So I can't even say I did that, but I really did get to a point where I was eating less calories, but it just feels like it doesn't matter. Your body betrays you. And that's the frustrating part.
I think that's the frustrating part. I think the thing that I really battle, and I don't know if you do too, that is like there's a part of me that really wants to get that under control.
Of
And then
course.
and then there's that part of you that's like that I'm going to have a shot of who cares? It's like, you've got a motivation and then you don't have a motivation. And I don't know if it has to come with all the stuff that we've been through, and it's just that part of phase, it's part of the hormonal. And I'd like to know, am I the only one that's like, I really would like to try and close and feel good about myself? I know the importance. I do love very clean food. I really do try to avoid overall processed food. It's really hard to avoid it on a regular, all the time, 100% of the time. But I do try to do lot of little things to help me stay on that path. But am I the only one that it's like, you are so 50-50? Like, it's that you have that hour where you're like, I gotta lose weight. I really gotta get this under control. And then you're just refuse to eat anything that's not clean and good for you or whatever. And the next thing you know, at 9 o'clock at night, you go reach in for that great tub of ice cream that's in your freezer. And you're like, oh, well, I mean, it's a weird battle. And I don't know. Do you have that too?
I do. And you know what, Lizzie? What I think is that when you get to midlife, kids move away. Hopefully you're settled in who you are and your self-esteem as a person, and you've come to like appreciate and love yourself for who you are, and you accept yourself. I'm more self-accepting than I have been in my whole life. And so I think you kind of get to that weird balance of I accept myself and I love myself, and I am sick and tired of pleasing other people,
Mm-hmm.
bending down for bad bosses, bad situations, bad husbands, bad friends, toxic situations, and you're just done with it. So you
Yeah.
get to this very, very healthy phase of I'm not taking that anymore, which might sound like rebellion, but it's actually a very healthy rebellion because you're growing into a more healthy person that has boundaries, knows what you can and can't tolerate, knows what you can and cannot handle. And those are good things. But I feel like that kind of sometimes gives us this rebellion like, you know what? Forget you. Like, I'm not going to go to Weight Watchers. I am not going to go to like Nutrisystem. I'm not going to pay someone thousands of dollars to help me lose weight. I'm not going to go to doctors for shots. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not going to do all these things. Like, I am going to just make healthy changes. And we have to think about this. How many grandmas do you know? And we're both grandmas. How many grandmas do you know that are like out wearing, shorty shorts or a bikini and look good? And should we know? I personally have one friend that she's like a bodybuilder at our age in our late 50s, and she looks amazing. And I don't blame her. I think she's wonderful. I respect her. But the kind of diet she has to have, you know, I mean, just boiled chicken and vegetables, and you can't have that potato. And if you do, it's a plain potato with no butter, no sour cream. I don't know. I feel like I've sacrificed incredibly to be poor and raise those 4 children and have a toxic marriage for 27 years. And I freaking don't want to make, you know, bone on bone sacrifices anymore. I don't want to do it. But there's a balance, right?
Yeah.
If the stuff you're doing makes you feel like garbage and you're not sleeping at night, or you're eating too much sugar and you have inflammation and you're achy and you feel like garbage, or you're starting to have health issues that are, causing you brain fog and you don't feel well, well, then there's a 50-50. We have to bring in the smart things for this age because fat cells matter. I mean, I am 45% body fat. That is not okay. But at this age, it is vital to take care of ourselves.
It's
Dementia,
a different beast. Yeah.
it is. It is. And having like dementia, Alzheimer's, having a heart attack, having a stroke, having your knees go bad, you can't walk. We can't live like that in midlife and beyond. Like, we have to start paying attention. We can't eat the same way that we did when we were young. So I still think there's a beautiful balance of having delicious gourmet foods that actually nourish your body, take care of you, detox you, add in all the nutrition that you need. And yeah, you might not lose 50 pounds, guys. You might, and that's the honest truth. You might not. I mean, I know GLP-1s are amazing and people are losing all the weight, but what happens when you stop? I mean, are you going to do this till you're 80? I don't know. It's a question. But if you can make just better choices, smaller, better choices for yourself and lose 20 or 30, that will manage your blood pressure and your blood sugar and all those things that are harmful for you, but also enhance your longevity. So I think there's definitely there's just a win. There is a win-win. I see.
As you can see who the health coach is and who the health coach isn't. So, yeah, if you have any midlife questions on health and wellness and menopause, Deana is your go-to. I am more of the travel. That's my joy and the whole
Travel,
reinvention.
fashion. I mean, Lizzie, you have so many talents. And plus, you've been through a lot in your relationship. So you can also help any woman going through a spiritual abuse type situation.
Yep.
Domestic violence is a big thing for you.
Yeah,
It's a big
it's a big
passion
thing
for
for
you.
me. Yeah.
As life coaches and transformational life coaches as well, Lizzie can really, really help you mentally and emotionally just understand where you are, why you're tolerating these things, and how to get out.
Mhm.
My passion is health because I was in the healthcare industry for probably 38 years. But I still was in a bad relationship for 27 years, extremely toxic. So between the two of us, we have a lot of talents to
Absolutely.
offer up to you to help you. And that's our desire and passion, is to help you, not to have to stay in these situations and feel lost and overwhelmed and scared and completely devastated. We
And
don't
to
want you
help
to
you
feel
with
that way.
any types of major transitions, whether you are coming out of a trauma of a divorce or a spouse that has passed away, or your children, you're an empty nest, you've been a stay-at-home mom, or your career isn't doing well. Those are things that both Deana and I are really passionate about. And I think that is why we are here with the Midlife channel.
Yeah. And midlife is all about transition. It's all about you were a daughter and a mother and all these things and a career woman, and then things start to change, and sometimes rapidly. There's so much to it. And financially as well, I have to add that, because that is huge. And Lizzie and I have both been left dead broke by our same shared ex. Dead broke. Had nothing.
And it's so beautiful to have our own community where we can make connections and find a place of people that get us because we are there or have been there. Have a great day. Thank you.
Have a great